Hey beauties, it's another relationship topic today. So I hope you've subscribed, follow us, give us a thumbs up, and share the video to encourage someone else because everything coming out from this platform, it's something that makes you smile, it's something that is educative. So today, like I would call it relationship palaver. So a sister actually needed help, and so she wrote that she has been in a relationship for over a year, and this guy visits her place of work, and so she introduced him to her friends at the office. So the relationship with others were cordial, when he visits, he just says hello and all that frivolities. And then on the long run, she said they already did their introduction to her family. She has also met with his family. So plans to marriage were already being, you know, spoken about in progress, so to speak. And then she said, then they had an argument that wasn't so serious, but being a lady, she decided to I will not call him except he calls me. Trying to trying to feel ladylike. And unfortunately, she said she didn't know that he hooked up with the colleague at the office, a female colleague at the office, of course. And one thing led to another. They got down. Like he got talking with his colleague, they got to exchange number. I don't know. It could be that he visited her and she wasn't there, and then and maybe not peeking because she said I ignored him, because um she was testing him. It was her own way of the test phase, trying to see whom you're getting into. Wait, trying to see him, trying to learn him actually in every perspective of it. Which, in my opinion, it's not such a wrong idea. Like you're trying yourselves, and then the true colors are coming out and all. But then the story didn't stop there. He got to know this lady, got entangled, like a mingled tangled relationship with the office, the colleague at the office, and the water got loose. Like there was a Waterloo. The lady got pregnant at the first time they tried it. According to her story, who knows? But it's also very much possible that you just meet a lady and she takes in. So the lady got pregnant. It didn't stop there. They made up, and jokingly, once in a while the guy would ask, what if you discover that a lady is pregnant for me? Would you still marry me? And she would say, never. No, 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 we're not having that talk. I wouldn't even tolerate it. Jokingly, according to her explanations. So another thing that drew my mind was whenever a guy is bringing, some what if very frequently, like more than twice, just know that it's not just a what if. It's true. He's trying to tell you, but he wanna ascertain your reactions. He wanna read what could you possibly do and how far could you go with your reactions to something bitter, something so stressful and so emotional. So which is also part of the testing on the two part of the people, between the couple. And then little did she know that it was true. The colleague was pregnant. And then the colleague called the guy and said, if you do not pay my price, according to our culture, you may not have claims on this baby. You know, um, it- it's going to be my baby. You will have to take care of him, but it's our baby. Or you might not even do that. My family can support me. And then the next thing was the guy said, he met with the uncle and discussed it, and the uncle said, none of our blood is allowed to stay outside. Like, if a lady is pregnant for you, then she must be married. We accept all our children. And so he began to beg the lady. He opened up and said, see what's going on. A colleague at the office is pregnant for me. Oh my goodness, what a window twindle. What a window twindle of relationship. And when he opened up and said, please accept to marry me, because I want to just pay her bride price in order to have claim on the baby as my son, or my child, whereby the sex of the baby is not yet visible, it's not yet determined. And then she said no, you are going to pay another woman's dowry and I should just stay. And after long discussions and all, she said, I will just pay the dowry and then I will marry you. The white wedding would be between both of us. When this woman gives birth, then it's my child. I will divorce her. Like, I'll return the dowry that was paid, or they will return to me. Like the marriage thing will be called off. She will never live with me. It's just an official thing. So the woman said, that is the actual lady who has been in this relationship for long, said, okay, that means it's all secrets. We're hiding from this lady, whereby you were my man and now you allowed yourself to be taken. I cannot stoop. After long discussions, she said, okay, she gave her blessing, like, go on and do that marriage and then come back. So they went on and did that marriage. Little did she know that as they did that marriage, she was just about 3 weeks gone, pregnant for this guy. Ha, 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 ha. Kasala combust, like Kasala just busted, like in case you're wondering what is that, like, it means the whole situation got complicated, like tougher as it was. Now, because if the guy claims my baby may not live outside of my home, I must marry the woman to have my babies and all, that means he is in for a long thing. He wants to marry 2 wives. Like, hello, can you really do that? But the amazing thing was that when she told the guy after the marriage, he went home for the marriage and then she discovered she was 3 weeks gone, and then she called the guy and said, oh my God, this is coming late, 3 weeks gone. And the man said, yes, then plan stands as it were. I'm gonna go on and marry you. We have our babies, and after this other baby is born, we're gonna, I'll send her away. Now, and I'm wondering, because the woman said, oh gosh, her emotions were playing all over. Like, what are you doing? Do you want this? Is this really who your guy is? Can you handle such a person? And do you really want to do this to another woman? But she is the one who wronged me. Why should I feel for her? So many emotions began to spill, to just spin and play in her head at the same time. And that is quite understandable. But you know what? The amazing thing, now it gets. She said, I want to take off the baby. He said, don't do it. And when she discussed with her mom said, keep the baby. Why do you want to take off the baby? Then she kept the baby. And after 3 months, she discovered they are twins. Whoo, praise the Lord. Like, they are twins. She is expecting twins out of wedlock. It's a beautiful thing, but when it's done properly, like as a couple, with your partner, then it's going to be full of joy, because it's like a dream come true for those who really want twins. It's a whole lot of work. It's a whole lot of beautiful things, but sometimes it takes even those expecting it some emotions to calm down. Like, sometimes to calm down, some emotions and all, and accepting, So she said, oh my God, is this a blessing or a curse? But I thought it's a blessing, because whatever God gives you, it's a blessing. It makes rich, it adds no sorrow. So I am also in support of those who said, hey, keep the baby. The tea has been spilled. It's been spilled over already. Why cry over a spilled tea? It's there. The pregnancy is there. Keep your baby. It's also not so easy as said, like, keep the baby, and you want to keep the baby. It's not easy, because when a woman is pregnant, a whole lot of hormones that begins to play, a whole lot of roles, a whole lot of mood swings, a whole lot of things, and she always needs her partner around. Often, very often. Sometimes she doesn't, but most times she does. So it's a huge task on her part. But now she said, guys, help me make the decision. Should I stay with this guy? Should I marry him and we chase off the other woman? Or should I just go? But it's difficult to raise twins alone, and all that. So one lady said, I think the three of you are the most complicated set of people I've met on this planet Earth. Why? Your colleague knows very well that you two are in a relationship, yet she took herself in that, like chuking, like she decided to come into like this place. Like, what kind of colleagues do we have these days? But yeah, that's life. Like, it's not new. How many people can you really tell that really loves you? So she came in, and then she came in. The guy did not say, hey, I need to use protection, if not for anything. I need to protect myself because, hello, do I even know you? We just barge in and I don't know what you're about to transmit into. So, but there was nothing like that. He just trust. He just went in wholeheartedly, like hook, line, and sinker, like, hello. So, that's not, that doesn't speak good, of the guy actually. So, and then the lady got pregnant and she was determined to keep her baby, which there's nothing wrong with it. But then giving the guy a condition, hey, come and marry me. So it looks like her plans actually just worked out. But you know one thing, in all of these guys, we shouldn't forget that sometimes disappointment comes in form of blessings. Like disappointments actually do come in forms of blessings sometimes. So we could choose to keep our arms crossed, believing that she's going to find something beautiful. God will not abandon her in any case, provided she stick. She just gets stuck to God for all the strength she needs to go through this phase. And another lesson I want to point out is do not trust people. Do not trust anybody. Another lesson in it is that it could have been God trying to show you who this guy is. It could have been God saying, you can't deal with such a person. If he did it to your colleague at the office, what makes you think he's going to stop tomorrow? You could get a helper in the house and such a guy would just go in hook, line, and sinker. He doesn't know what is protection. He cannot even control himself and stuff like that. So it could be an eye-opener that, hey, lady, be patient. Your guy would come. Now, the message another is that I want to give you is that if a guy knows your worth, he's going to stick around. He's just going to stick around. Is anybody more than mistakes? After all, they did it once. Okay, there's nothing wrong, like, in saying nobody's above mistakes. But there is a time for such thing. They planned it. They called. Probably drove him, or however he got to her house or his house or whatever. There was some time taken to think. There was some feeling that you allowed to come up and weighed you down until you began to do what, hello. So it's not much of a mistake. It's I say, like, it's a plan, perfected plan that just happened. Excuse me, leave me your opinions in the comment section below. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share it to your girl Annie Okonkwo. Things like these do happen. Ladies, open your eyes. Love yourself first. Do not look down on yourself. You are beautiful. You are wonderfully made. Do not devalue yourself. Always add value to your life. If he loves you, he's going to stick with you. If he values you, he's going to want to build with you. Except there's something that you are giving him, he cannot really do, do without this thing he's getting from you. And then he's promising someone else marriage. And then he's also using marriage, like trying to deceive, a person, trying to deceive you. So don't allow it. Keep your eyes open. Keep your emotions open. Don't feel so, oh, I'm in love, I can deal with it. Let's just go on. Like the lady was actually having it, whichever one that comes, okay, let's do this. After all, it's a payback time. She got pregnant, then we kick her out. Sometimes it doesn't just work like that, So take the lessons for yourself. If this guy is doing this to me, he's a grown man. The uncle says, we don't leave our blood outside. Good. Why didn't he decide to say, I'll go with the court, I'll get my baby, I'll support. He will always come for visits, without having to put the marriage. I will accept her. If you bring forth the marriage, it means you've accepted her in all. Who she is, what she's bringing with, that baby and all, which it's not a bad thing, but if it's what you want, not as a tactics to pull in people. You understand me? So value yourself, hold yourself in high esteem. There's always someone who would love and cherish you just the way you are. Just the way you are. Don't let things limit your, make you myopic, limit your scope of reasoning or love or things like that, or material things, some stand out for what they could get. But on the long run, what about the long run? So that's what I brought to you today. Some will say do happen. I'm not gonna call the name so that so that YouTube will let this video run. So you're blessed and keep being you. You're loved. You're valued. You're more than enough. You can. Share the video. Share the video. Don't stop. Share the video. Share it. Give us a thumbs up. Leave me your comments. Share the video. Thank you. Encourage another lady to, open your eyes. See, it's okay to do that. You're not selfish by saying, I know what I want and I'm going for it. It's not selfishness. It's a long time. It's a very long term and long time relationship. The decision making should be optimum, thing to sit and consider. Do I want this? Very important. Thank you very much and remain blessed. Anya Kongwa.